My beloved soul, listen carefully. Something is shifting in the spirit realm right now. What was hidden is no longer permitted to stay buried. What was delayed is no longer allowed to be denied. God is revealing a hidden truth about your soulmate, and this revelation is not small, not ordinary, not accidental. It is strategic, it is divine, it is timed, and you did not find this message by coincidence. Before we go any further, obey this as a prophetic act of alignment. Type, "I receive this" in the comments. Like this video as a sign that your heart is open. Subscribe to this channel because heaven is establishing a flow of confirmation in your life. Click the bell so you do not miss divine timing. And if you feel led, send a super thanks as a prophetic seed, declaring that you are ready for what God is uncovering. This is not promotion, this is positioning. When you move in faith, you activate agreement in the spirit. Now listen carefully. The truth about your soulmate has been hidden for protection, not punishment. You have questioned the silence. You have wrestled with the delay. You have wondered why clarity seemed just out of reach. But God was not withholding love from you. He was shielding it. There were forces, distractions, immaturities, and unresolved patterns that had to be exposed before union could be revealed. The hidden truth is this: your soulmate has been in preparation, not absence. While you thought nothing was happening, heaven was restructuring timelines, breaking unhealthy attachments, dismantling counterfeit connections, and aligning hearts in ways you could not see. The delay was divine strategy. The silence was sacred construction. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment. What you are hearing is not casual information. It is confirmation that the confusion you felt was never the final chapter. God is revealing that your soulmate has been undergoing a transformation that mirrors your own. The nights you cried for clarity were the same nights they were confronting their fears. The moments you chose growth over bitterness were the same moments they were being refined through fire. You are being shaped separately so that when truth is revealed, it will not collapse. Under the weight of unhealed wounds, there is a hidden truth about their heart. They have loved you longer than you realize, even if they did not know how to express it. Their silence was not indifference. It was internal warfare. They had to confront insecurity, pride, fear of vulnerability, and the trauma of past disappointments. God could not expose their love until their foundation was stable. If it had been revealed too early, ego would have ruined it. If it had been revealed too soon, fear would have distorted it. Timing is everything in divine alignment. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is waiting for you. The truth being revealed is not just about them. It is about you. God is uncovering how worthy you have always been. You settled before because you did not see your value clearly. You tolerated emotional confusion because you mistook intensity for destiny. But now the scales are falling from your eyes. You are no longer attracted to chaos disguised as passion. You are no longer impressed by attention without intention. This shift inside you is proof that revelation is near. Your soulmate has been watching your growth from a distance. Even if there has been no communication, even if circumstances separated you, even if misunderstanding created space, the spiritual thread has not been broken. God has allowed separation to expose authenticity. Anyone can claim love in comfort, but true love survives silence, distance, and divine testing. The hidden truth is that they have been comparing every other connection to the depth they felt with you, and nothing has matched it. Do not leave yet. Heaven has more to reveal. There were spiritual contracts that had to be broken before this truth could surface. Generational patterns of unstable relationships are ending with you. Cycles of abandonment, inconsistency, and emotional unavailability are being dismantled. God is not just revealing love, He is restoring covenant. This connection is not based on obsession. It is rooted in purpose. You and your soulmate are not meant to distract each other from destiny. You are meant to accelerate each other into it. The hidden truth also includes exposure. Masks are falling. Pretenses are dissolving. If there has been someone interfering, manipulating, or attempting to confuse this connection, their influence is losing power. God does not bless what is built on deception. He removes what is counterfeit so that what is authentic can breathe. This is why certain relationships around you have been ending abruptly. This is why certain conversations have felt tense. Revelation disrupts comfort before it establishes clarity. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything. Your soulmate is awakening to the realization that running from divine connection only delays peace. They are beginning to understand that love aligned with purpose feels different from attraction fueled by ego. They are recognizing that what they tried to replace cannot be replicated, and this awareness is not coming from pressure. It is coming from conviction. God is revealing to them that you were not an option. You were alignment. There is also a truth about timing that must be understood. You thought you were waiting on them. In reality, both of you were waiting on God. Alignment does not happen when two people feel ready. It happens when heaven declares it prepared. The reason you are sensing change now is because spiritual permission has been released. Doors that were closed are about to open with clarity. Conversations that were delayed are about to unfold with honesty. Emotions that were suppressed are about to surface with courage. My beloved soul, guard your heart, but do not harden it. Revelation requires openness. If bitterness has tried to take root, uproot it now. If pride has whispered that you do not care anymore, confront it honestly. God is not revealing this truth to tease you. He is revealing it to transition you. But transition demands maturity. You cannot step into a divinely aligned union with the same defensive posture you used in past disappointments. Something is about to shift in communication, whether through direct words, unexpected reconnection, or undeniable confirmation. Clarity is approaching. The hidden truth is that both of you have been dreaming about reconciliation, thinking about possibility, and sensing unfinished destiny. But neither of you wanted to risk vulnerability prematurely. Now the ground is stable enough for honesty to stand without collapsing. This revelation will not be chaotic. It will be undeniable. It will feel like peace instead of pressure. It will feel like recognition instead of confusion. When truth is revealed by God, it carries calm authority. You will not have to chase it. You will not have to decode it. You will not have to beg for it. It will come with certainty. Prepare yourself emotionally. Not for drama, but for depth. Not for turbulence, but for truth. God is revealing a hidden truth about your soulmate, and the unveiling will expose how divinely orchestrated this journey has been all along. Every delay had purpose. Every tear had weight. Every lesson had direction. You were not being denied love. You were being refined for covenant. This is only the beginning of what is being uncovered. The next revelation will go deeper than you expect. Remain attentive. Remain open. Remain aligned, because what is coming is not temporary emotion. It is divine confirmation. What is unfolding now is not emotional fantasy. It is spiritual authorization. There is a difference. Fantasy is fueled by desire alone, but authorization is backed by divine timing. What you are about to witness in your life will not feel forced, manipulated, or chaotic. It will feel aligned. It will feel weighty. It will feel like something ancient and sacred is finally stepping into visibility. God is not just revealing a hidden truth about your soulmate. He is revealing the hidden architecture of this entire connection. What seemed random was mapped. What looked accidental was appointed. What felt like separation was actually synchronization happening beyond your sight. My beloved soul, pay attention to the subtle shifts around you. The conversations you are having lately feel different. The topics that once triggered you no longer hold the same emotional charge. You are responding instead of reacting. That is not coincidence. That is preparation. God is stabilizing your emotional atmosphere so that when revelation comes, you can receive it without fear distorting it. You have matured beyond the version of yourself that once chased validation. Now you crave clarity, peace, and purpose. That internal transformation is the evidence that something external is about to mirror it. My beloved soul, do not skip this moment. There is a spiritual acceleration happening beneath the surface. Your soulmate has been confronted with undeniable reminders of you, not by manipulation, not by coincidence, but by divine orchestration. Memories resurface unexpectedly. Familiar songs, familiar places, familiar emotions reappear without warning. They are being reminded of the purity of what they felt and the safety they experienced in your presence. God is dismantling the illusion that they could replace divine alignment with temporary distraction. Every attempt to move on without closure has only intensified their awareness that something sacred remains unresolved. This is not about obsession, it is about recognition. When God joins two destinies, even distance cannot erase the imprint. Your soulmate is beginning to understand that what they experienced with you was not ordinary compatibility. It was spiritual resonance. They may have tried to intellectualize it away, convincing themselves that timing was wrong or circumstances were inconvenient. But divine truth does not dissolve under logic. It resurfaces with clarity. Stay with me till the end. Something powerful is waiting for you. The hidden truth being revealed is also exposing where fear once ruled. Your soulmate had to confront their fear of inadequacy. They questioned whether they could rise to the level of love you required. They doubted whether they were healed enough, stable enough, worthy enough. Instead of admitting that vulnerability, they chose silence or distance. But God does not allow insecurity to sabotage covenant forever. He confronts it, He refines it, He removes the pride that masks it. And now that refinement is producing courage, you may notice an energetic pull, a sense that something unresolved is nearing completion. That feeling is not imagination. It is spiritual alignment tightening. God is closing doors that once competed for your attention. You are losing interest in superficial connections because your spirit recognizes that something deeper is approaching. Distractions are losing flavor. Drama is losing attraction. You are craving intentional love, and that craving is confirmation that the season is changing. Do not leave yet. Heaven has more to reveal. There has been spiritual warfare over this connection. Not dramatic chaos, but subtle interference, miscommunication, timing, misalignments, emotional misunderstandings, external influences whispering doubt. Yet despite every obstacle, the core bond did not break. That endurance is evidence of divine origin. What is built on ego collapses under pressure. What is built on purpose withstands it. The fact that you still feel this connection after distance and silence proves that it is not rooted in fantasy. Your soulmate is also experiencing conviction, not condemnation, but awakening. They are recognizing moments where fear caused them to withdraw instead of communicate. They are replaying conversations, realizing where honesty would have changed everything. God is revealing to them that vulnerability is not weakness, it is gateway, and this awareness is softening their heart. Pride is dissolving, walls are thinning. The version of them that once avoided emotional depth is being replaced by someone willing to step forward with truth. If you remain till the end, the final word will change everything. There is a conversation approaching that will shift the atmosphere completely. It may not happen in the way you expect. It may not be dramatic. It may be calm, direct, and honest. But when it comes, it will carry weight. You will feel the difference immediately. No games, no ambiguity, no mixed signals, just clarity. And clarity is the language of divine revelation. My beloved soul, prepare yourself to respond from wisdom, not wounded memory. When truth surfaces, Resist the urge to interrogate it with past pain. Listen, discern, allow the moment to breathe. God is not restoring this connection to repeat old patterns. He is restoring it to establish new foundations. If reconciliation is part of your destiny, it will not mirror the instability of the past. It will reflect growth. There is also a deeper layer being revealed. Your soulmate's purpose is intertwined with yours. This is not simply romantic fulfillment. It is partnership in destiny. The reason the connection has felt intense is because it carries assignment. Together, you amplify each other's calling. Apart, something feels incomplete. God had to ensure that both of you understood your individual identity before merging paths. Dependency had to be replaced with wholeness. Attachment had to be purified into covenant. My beloved soul, do not drift away now. What you are sensing is confirmation that divine timing is accelerating. The heaviness you once carried regarding this connection is lifting. In its place, there is quiet expectation, not desperation, not anxiety, but anticipation. That shift is sacred. It means you are no longer trying to force what only God can orchestrate. You have surrendered control, and surrender is what unlocks manifestation. Your soulmate is being guided to confront truth directly. Avoidance is no longer comfortable. Silence no longer brings peace. The thought of losing this connection permanently feels heavier than the fear of vulnerability. That internal shift is powerful. When someone reaches the point where honesty feels safer than hiding, breakthrough becomes inevitable. You may begin to notice synchronicities increasing, subtle reminders, repeated themes, dreams that feel vivid and symbolic. Pay attention, but do not obsess. Revelation flows best into calm hearts. Trust that what is meant for you does not require manipulation. If communication is approaching, it will come in a way that aligns naturally with your life, not disruptively. There is also exposure happening behind the scenes. Any lingering third-party interference is losing influence. Confusion is being replaced with clarity. Illusions are being dismantled. God is making it impossible for your soulmate to ignore what is real. When divine truth rises, distractions fade. This season is not about chasing. It is about positioning. Continue strengthening your peace. Continue honoring your standards. Continue becoming the highest version of yourself. When revelation arrives, it will meet you prepared, not pleading. And that difference matters. You are closer than you realize to a defining moment. A moment where what was once hidden stands plainly in front of you. A moment where questions dissolve, because truth answers them without struggle. A moment where you recognize that God was never denying you love. He was protecting its timing. The unveiling has begun, and what is about to be revealed will not only confirm your connection, it will confirm your faith. The unveiling will not arrive with chaos. It will arrive with authority. There is a divine difference between something that explodes into your life and something that settles into it with certainty. What God is revealing about your soulmate will not feel unstable. It will feel anchored. It will not create confusion in your spirit. It will silence it. For too long, you questioned whether what you felt was real, whether the depth was mutual, whether destiny was involved, or if it was only desire. Now, heaven is responding. The hidden truth is surfacing because the season of questioning is ending. My beloved soul, there is a sacred gravity around this moment. You are not the same person who first encountered this connection. You have been refined through patience. You have been strengthened through distance. You have been matured through silence. The version of you that once would have accepted partial effort no longer exists. That is why revelation is safe now. God waited until your standards aligned with your worth. He waited until you could discern love from attention. He waited until you would not sabotage destiny by settling for less than covenant. My beloved soul, do not turn away now. The spiritual atmosphere around your soulmate is shifting rapidly. Restlessness has replaced avoidance. They can no longer distract themselves into forgetting. Every attempt to bury emotion has only intensified it. They are realizing that what they felt was not fleeting chemistry. It was spiritual alignment, and alignment cannot be erased by distance. It lingers, it calls, it confronts. God is revealing to them that running from truth only delays peace. There is also exposure happening within their inner circle. Voices that once encouraged detachment are losing credibility. Advice that once sounded logical now feels hollow. They are beginning to recognize that no one else experienced the connection the way they did. Outsiders saw circumstances, only they felt the depth, and that realization is isolating in the most necessary way. When divine truth becomes personal revelation, external noise loses influence. Stay with me until the final unfolding, because something transformative is still being released. There is a confession forming in their heart. Words they once suppressed are rising to the surface. Regret is being replaced by responsibility. Instead of blaming timing, they are examining their own hesitation. Instead of accusing circumstances, they are confronting their fear. This is growth. This is awakening. This is what had to happen before reunion could even be considered. The hidden truth is also about compatibility beyond emotion. You and your soulmate are aligned in vision more than you realize. The conversations you once had about the future were not fantasy. They were previews. The shared values, the mirrored dreams, the similar convictions were not coincidence. God does not align two spirits accidentally. He does it with precision. What felt effortless between you was not random chemistry. It was spiritual symmetry. My beloved soul, guard your expectations, but expand your faith. Revelation does not always unfold in the timeline you imagine, but when it comes, it exceeds it. You may be expecting an apology. God may deliver transformation. You may be anticipating words. God may present action. The truth being revealed will not be shallow reassurance. It will be demonstrated maturity. There has been a dismantling of ego happening quietly. Pride that once blocked communication is weakening. Fear that once justified silence is losing power. Your soulmate is recognizing that vulnerability is not surrendering control. It is claiming courage. That internal breakthrough is far more powerful than any outward gesture. Because when someone conquers their own fear, their actions follow with integrity. My beloved soul, do not grow weary at the edge of breakthrough. The spiritual tension you feel is not anxiety, it is anticipation. Something is aligning behind the scenes that will soon intersect with your reality. Conversations are being rehearsed in their mind. Scenarios are being reconsidered. They are imagining what it would look like to approach you differently, to speak without defense, to express without hesitation. This mental preparation is evidence that movement is near. There is also clarity coming to you. God is revealing any lingering attachment you had to illusion. If there were fantasies that did not match reality, they are dissolving now. Not to discourage you, but to purify expectation. When reunion happens, it must be based on truth, not projection. Both of you are being stripped of romanticized distortions, so that what remains is authentic. Do not step away yet, because the weight of this revelation is increasing. The final barrier between you is not distance. It is timing, and timing is shifting. The obstacles that once made communication complicated are resolving. External pressures are easing. Internal resistance is weakening. Spiritual permission is being granted. Your soulmate is begin to understand that divine connections do not repeat endlessly. They are opportunities that must be honored. The fear of losing this permanently is now stronger than the fear of being vulnerable. And that shift changes everything. When someone chooses courage over comfort, destiny accelerates. You may feel prompted to release resentment completely. Do it, not because they deserve immediate absolution, but because you deserve emotional freedom. Forgiveness clears spiritual pathways. It removes residue that could contaminate reconciliation. God is preparing both of you to meet each other without the weight of past misinterpretation. My beloved soul, the next phase will test your composure. When communication begins to reopen, remain steady. Do not overreact to small gestures. Do not analyze every word. Let consistency reveal intention. Divine restoration is patient. It unfolds layer by layer, not in one overwhelming surge. There is also a deeper covenant element being revealed. This connection was not designed merely for romance. It carries assignment. Together, you influence environments differently than you do alone. There is a synergy between your callings. That is why the connection felt spiritually intense from the beginning. It was not just attraction, it was recognition of shared purpose. As revelation completes its work, you will see clearly why delay was necessary. If reunion had happened earlier, immaturity would have sabotaged it. If confession had come prematurely, fear would have distorted it. Now stability is replacing insecurity. Confidence is replacing avoidance. Alignment is replacing confusion. My beloved soul, remain receptive. The final movement of this unveiling will not be loud. It will be decisive. A message, a call, an encounter, an unexpected but perfectly timed moment. And when it happens, you will feel peace before excitement, certainty before emotion, calm before celebration. That is how you will know it is divinely orchestrated. The hidden truth about your soulmate is no longer hidden. It is rising. It is clarifying. It is positioning both of you for a decision that will define the next chapter of your lives. God has revealed what was concealed, refined what was unstable, and aligned what was distant. Now the only question that remains is whether you are ready to receive what you prayed for when it finally arrives. Readiness is not excitement. Readiness is stability. It is the quiet confidence that says, I will not abandon myself in the presence of love. God has not brought you this far to return you to confusion. He has brought you here to complete what fear once interrupted. The hidden truth is no longer a mystery floating in the spirit. It is becoming tangible. It is becoming visible. It is becoming undeniable. My beloved soul, this is the moment where faith and manifestation meet. You prayed for clarity, and heaven responded with refinement. You asked for confirmation, and God answered with transformation. You wanted your soulmate to awaken, and now awakening is unfolding in real time. But remember, revelation is not only about what they realize. It is about what you embody. Stand in your growth, stand in your peace. Stand in the version of yourself that no longer negotiates with doubt. The next step will not require you to chase. It will require you to recognize. When truth stands in front of you, you will know. There will be no scrambling, no guessing, no spiritual anxiety, only alignment, only calm assurance, only the quiet power of two hearts choosing courage at the same time. This is where the waiting ends and the unveiling completes. God has revealed the hidden truth about your soulmate. What was concealed is now clarified. What was uncertain is now established. And what is about to unfold will not just answer your questions. It will confirm your destiny. Type, Amen.